The prodigal son is back home in green and white. Jacob Cortez will now play for the Salle Green Archers in the UAAP. The Cool Cub made it official the day after he announced his departure from the San Beda Red Lions. Here's Jacob's post on Instagram. And as confirmed to CNN Philippines, Jacob's father, Mike Cortez, that Jacob enrolled in Taft early this morning. The 5'11" star guard played in a pivotal role in San Beda, ending a 5-year championship drought in the NCAA. Cortez and the Red Lions beat the Mapua Cardinals in a winner-take-all Game 3 in the men's basketball finals in season 99. Well, the cool legacy continues in Taft as Jacob Cortez takes his act now to the Salle Green Archers, where his father became a legend, winning championships back in 2000 and 2001. What can we expect from the Cool Cub as he starts a new chapter in green and white and carve his own mark in LaSalle? Well, let's find out right now. Joining us to go all out on this story is the cool cat, Mike Cortez, Jacob's father. Well, Jacob, we're trying to get... I can hear Jacob. I think that's Jacob, who is joining us live via Zoom from Siargao. I'll test Mike first. Mike, can you hear me? Good evening.
Good evening, sir. I can hear you loud and clear.
Don't sir me, coach. You're a legend. Tough game earlier. Well, we're still trying to get Jacob on the line. He just read my message, so he's in Siargao right now. But Mike, I'll start with you, coach. Wow, that was some news. You made headlines this week. There are a lot of rumors, even during the finals when I saw you, your wife, Joy, your son, Mikey, and your family. I was already asking what's the next move, but at that time, you couldn't say anything yet. But, okay, let's pull out something from the archives on Instagram. I can hear something. I don't know if that's Jacob, but let's take a look. Here it is, Coach.
You got shut down. I would love for you guys to take the
I don't know if, there you go. There you go. Next in line, this is what you and your wife posted on your Instagram account. Next in line at Jacob, of course, with the number 11 that you made famous back with LaSalle in the early 2000s. And Jacob, of course, went to LaSalle Green Hills as well in 2016. And this is actually a post way back in 2016. This is not a new post, guys. This was back in 2016. 8 years after this post, here we are. You enrolled Jacob earlier to LaSalle and Taft. Brings back a lot of memories. But was that eventually really the plan, to have Jacob eventually follow your footsteps and play for De La Salle, Coach Mike?
Well, we never really planned it that way. You know, we just loved that he loved basketball. And wherever he landed, wherever basketball would take him, I mean, that was pretty much it was never planned for us to go to San Beda, to go to USD High School, and to end up in the South. It was never really planned that way. I just love that he loved to play, and wherever that would take him, that's what we would have to deal with.
Coach, well, right now, Jacob just messaged and he said his signal is bad in Siargao. Maybe we can have him on the phone. We'll try it after the break. Right now, our team is trying to get Jacob on the line, who is in Siargao with his former teammates now with San Beda. Coach, of course, if we say Mike Cortez, you're a legend, man. You're a cool cat. You're untouchable in college. And for sure, Jacob wants to become, you know, what you did in college, or even carve his own niche, carve his own name. Let's take a look at your credentials. The cool cat back in the UAAP. In case kids, you can go to YouTube, watch this guy's highlights. Two-time UAAP men's basketball champ back in 2000 and 2001. Two-time UAAP Mythical 5 back in 2000 and 2002. He was, of course, the Rookie of the Year back in year 2000. Coach, are you worried that the pressure might be too much for Jacob and might kind of affect his game here in the UAAP? With all due respect to the NCAA, I cover the games there, but you know how it is played in the UAP. It's a different game, but you know what I'm saying? There's pressure following your footsteps. You're a legend. Is there pressure that you think might bother Jacob in any way?
Well, that was something definitely that we talked about before he made his decision. We laid everything out on the line. We talked about dealing with the pressure, dealing with following in my footsteps, like you said, but eventually, he made a decision to go to the Salle, and he really wants to take on that challenge. And kind of slowly, he's made a name for himself. And I know when he first started in the NCAA, he's always been called my son and Mike Cortez's son and things like that. But slowly, I think he's made a name for himself, leading up to this point now.
Coach, I know we talked about this, you as an analyst, and we might have you here on the show one of these days, but I want you to play analyst just a minute. What are your thoughts? Like, of course, it's different because you are Jacob's father, but objectively, what are your thoughts on Jacob's overall play, especially last season where he led San Beda to a championship in season 99? Did he meet any of your expectations? What do you think? If you're going to critique the play of Jacob Cortez.
Early on, he kind of struggled. I really don't have expectations for him. I just really want him to play his game and play his best. That's all I ask from him. And every game, I can see in his face, and after the games when we talk, that he really tried his best. And some days we just that's how basketball is. Some days you're on, and some days you're off. And at the end of the day, when they win the championship, I think that's the proudest moment for me so far. Helping his team and helping the San Beda community bring that crown back to Manila.
Well, I believe your son Jacob, your eldest son, is already on the line. We're trying to get him via Zoom, but I heard signals really bad where he is right now. He's in Siargao. Jake, can you hear me?
Hello.
There you go.
Yes, I can.
Well, Jake, thank you. I know you're having fun there. Of course, you're on a mini vacation with your friends and your teammates, but thank you again for being on the show, even if you're there in Siargao. First of all, congratulations on everything, on a successful NCAA career. Got to cover you for 3 seasons. Your first season during that bubble season in season 97. And then, of course, eventually winning a championship in season 99. And now making a big move in your career. Last time you were on the show, after you won a title, you were with Coach Yuri, Yukia, and your teammates, and you said no comment. How difficult of a decision was this, Jake, for you to either stay with San Beda or move to La Salle?
It was really a difficult decision. It took me about 2 weeks to, after game 3 to actually think about it. And but I just told myself whatever decision I made is to take full advantage of it, of whatever that would be. And that decision ended up being me transferring to La Salle. So yeah, I'm gonna take that opportunity.
Jake, Coach, I spoke to your dad, Jake, yesterday, and Coach Mike, you said it was Jacob. I mean, you and him are very close. You talk about the moves, obviously, but Coach Mike, you didn't know about Jacob posting that statement, leaving San Beda. So, how much leeway do you give Jacob, Coach, in terms of, because it's different, You played the game. You were a superstar in the UAAP, but at the same time, you have to be a father. Now you're an assistant. You're a coach too on the side. But how do you be in a way, try to manage Jacob, his career, but at the same time let him also, he got to do things on his own at times.
Just like in basketball, Andre, he's got to learn from experience, and sometimes, you got to fail before you succeed. And I just try to let him learn from life, just like on the court. Sometimes you got to let him fail in order for him to become great. And I think it's the same thing in life, you know. And basketball gives you life lessons, and those are some of the lessons that I've learned. And of course, I'm going to give him a longer leash because he's a man now. He's 22 years old, so he's old enough to make his decisions. And just like making the decision to go to LaSalle, now he's got to deal with the responsibility and the challenge that it's going to take for him to play in the UAP.
Jake, we'll take a break, but I'll leave this question for you, and then we take a really quick break, Jake, to fix our lines and everything. But Jake, how important is it to have a father like Mike Cortez, whom I said is a UAP legend, a LaSalle legend, learning, and now as a coach in the PBA, but also learning from the Cool Cat himself, and just, getting advice from your dad overall as you carve your own path. We'll take a really quick break. We'll fix the lines and everything, but stay where you are. Again, we're having a conversation with Mike Cool Cat Cortez and his son, Jacob Cool Cub Cortez, who earlier announced that he is moving on from San Beda to De La Salle in the UAP. Welcome back to Sports Desk, only here on CNN Philippines. And our guest today, Mike Cortez, the Cool Cat, LaSalle legend, and of course his son, the Cool Cub, Jacob Cortez, both of which joining via Zoom. Mike is leaving for the U.S. tomorrow, and I believe Jacob is on Zoom. Let's test it. Jake? There he is. Can you hear me, Jake? I think you're on mute. Jacob. Okay. As Jacob is trying to figure things out, I don't know if you can you unmute, Jake? Of course, this is the thing about live television. Okay, Coach, as Jacob is trying to unmute, there it is. Let's focus now on this new chapter. I'll ask Jake because obviously, if I ask Mike why LaSalle, we know the reason. He's a LaSalle legend. But Jake, why LaSalle? Is it 100% because of your dad? Is it for, of course, are there any other reasons behind the decision? Because people say, why leave San Beda? He's okay there. He's a star. He's a king lion. He's a champ and all that.
Well, in high school, I went to LaSalle Green Hills.
Yes.
And I wasn't able to graduate from there. And growing up, I always watched the UAP, and I always watched LaSalle, of course, because I attended Green Hills, and I had the chance to play for them, and it's been a dream of mine to play in the UAP, and what better than to represent the LaSalle Green Archers.
So it's sort of unfinished business for you, and of course, it means something with your dad winning championships there in LaSalle. If I may ask, Coach Mike, Jake, other than LaSalle, was there any other team that came close to landing a Jacob Cortez? Coach Mike.
Maybe like 3 hours.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
What's that, Coach? Sorry?
After that,
The Lakers.
The
Los
Lakers.
Angeles Lakers almost got him.
So not the Warriors, so it's the Lakers that came close.
No, but in all seriousness, no, we really didn't entertain any other schools, and it was really LaSalle that for me, I wanted him to go to, and even for him, like you said, it was a dream to play for LaSalle. He went to LaSalle Green Hills, played for the Paya team, played for the Pastoral team, played for the NCAA team, was part of the championship team under Coach Marvin Buendia. And so I think it's always been a dream to play on a big stage and play on the MVP for LaSalle.
Well, Mike, Jake, Coach Topex Robinson will obviously, definitely, he will be the coach now because there's a 1-year residency, and he will eventually be coaching Jacob when he comes in. And Jacob, once you also watch the UAAP, what can you say about playing for Coach Topex, and have you spoken to Coach Topex?
Yeah, I've spoken to Coach Topex. Actually, we had dinner and earlier at the campus. And I'm just really excited to trying to play a different system. And I think Coach Topex is a really good coach, championship coach. And I'm just really excited to be under him.
How about you, Coach Mike? How do you think seeing LaSalle winning the championship as well in the UAP after how many years? How do you think Jacob will fit in?
I think he'll fit in really well. Me and Coach Topex played around the golf. We talked about how the team and how the outlook's going to be for the 2 years from now when Jacob's ready to play. And, for me, both of us played in the pros and we understand basketball really well. And we both agreed on that, the cream will rise to the top at the end of the day. And so when you have great players that he has on the team already and you add more pieces to that, and I think everything will work out well.
I remember having Kevin Kiambao here on the show, and he said, I asked him if there's any player in the NCAA that you want to be teammates with, and he said Jacob Cortez. Did KQ play a part here? I don't know if there's a chance that you guys might play together in the UAAP. You have to serve that 1-year residency. KQ will be back next season, but we don't know about the season after that. But have you spoken to Kevin Kiambao or any of the LaSalle Green Archers? Jake?
Well, with Kiambao, I didn't really talk to him yet, but hopefully he stays his last season. And for the other teammates, I talked to Josh David, I saw JC Makalalag earlier. They were just all my old teammates in the Salle Green Archers, and they were just welcoming me in the campus, and felt good seeing them again.
Coach, I'll ask you this. What area of Jacob's game do you think he still has to work on? Because we know Jacob's really talented. He can score and all that and also play defense. But there's always room to grow. So if you're going to critique Jake again, what part of his game do you want or you've been working on for Jacob to improve?
For me, I think he needs to improve on his defense. He talks about that a lot and improving his defense. I know he has to. I know he sometimes he conserves his energy to play offense, and in the UAP, I think he's going to have to play a lot of on both sides of the floor. You've got really great players on in the UAP, and they're probably going to look to him to attack. Look to attack him more. So I think he's going to have to play really good defense and good team defense. Work on that, and of course, getting to know the system as good as possible, and getting to know his teammates as good as possible. Right. Besides that, it's going to be a roller coaster experience for him. And don't try to stay even keeled and stay within the moment and not get too high and not to get too low.
I like that. Jake, you said in your farewell post on Instagram, when you said farewell to Sanbeda, that challenging, improving, and growing is always your goal. That's why you made the shift to the UAAP. You had a great career in the NCAA, Jake, but I'll ask you personally, your father, Coach Mike, said defense. What do you think should you work on or improve on, of course, when you move to LaSalle and play in the UAAP?
I 100% agree with my dad. It's defense. I got to get faster, quicker, I think. And I think to add stuff to my attacking game, my offense as well, because in the NCAA there was no imports, and now I have to. I'm going to be driving against really tall guys, other imports in the UAP. So I think that's also a factor. But defense is my main. My main.
Well, yeah. Well, Jake, Coach Mike, we will have to take another quick break. I promise you. It is a quick one. But later, to end the show, we will answer, or you will answer, some of the questions that our fans sent in online for Mike Cortez and for Jacob Cortez. Stay tuned to Sports Desk only here on CNN Philippines. We'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Sports Desk only on CNN Philippines. And our guest today, Cool Cat Mike Cortez and his son, Cool Cub, Jacob Cortez. After announcing that they're going to LaSalle, he actually enrolled earlier today. Now, Mike and Jacob will answer some of the questions that you guys sent us in the segment we call Fans Want to Know. Let's take a look right away. Kyle Raha Barroso Insha from Facebook. And Kyle wants to know, Coach Mike, Jake, nasubukan nyo na ba mag one-on-one sino ang nanalo or lamang? Really good question. Mike, Jake, how many times have you played one-on-one? And be honest here on the show, who won? Coach.
So he was an import out here. He was out here. He was like,
I'm the teacher and he's the student.
Jake, have you won already, like a one-on-one against your father?
I don't think so. I don't think I haven't won yet. No.
Well, the moment you beat him, you let me know and you tell me what it is that made you beat Mike Cortez, the Cool Cat. Saint Rick from Facebook, he wants to know, sino mas maganda, yung bag of moves sa inyong dalawa? Who has a bigger bag of tricks? Is it you, Cool Cat, or is it the Cool Cub? Coach.
I think he's got the bigger bag of tricks. He's got the bigger bag than I do.
Wow.
like every 5 seconds.
The
He's got
father.
the noise step and the spin and
Yeah.
I don't know what some of the moves he creates. I don't know what it's called anymore.
I like that. I like that humility, giving your son and admitting that Jacob has a lot in his bag. Joseph Nueva, he wants to know, this is also from Facebook, will Mikey, the younger brother of Jacob, who's currently in the U.S., will Mikey also commit to LaSalle when he finishes high school? Coach Mike.
Our plan for him is to go straight to the NBA.
So Mikey will go to college in the U.S., is that correct?
Straight to the NBA from high school.
Okay. But I think you have to go through the NCAA, the NCAA or the G League first.
In that case, then I'm trying to recruit him to come play for with his brother. So we want to create a whole legacy of this. Hopefully, they can be backcourt mates at some point in their career.
Jake, how special will that be, having Mikey with you eventually when he graduates high school and join you in LaSalle in college, having the Cortez brothers there? Jake?
I think it'll be fun. Mm-hmm. I personally actually haven't played with Mikey, not even high school.
Oh, wow.
So, but coming off his injury, his ACL injury,
Yeah.
I know he wants to play a lot. He's excited, and I think it'll be fun.
Okay, we were just told, the last question, Jacob, will you be wearing your dad's number 11 in LaSalle? Jacob.
I don't know yet.
Well,
Not sure.
well, let us know if you'll be wearing number 2 again or wearing number 11 like your father did. Thank you so much. Again, have a safe flight tomorrow, Coach Mike. Jake, enjoy your trip there in Siargao. Thank you for joining us via Zoom. Again, we just heard from the Cool Cat, Mike Cortez, and his son, Jacob Cortez, the Cool Cub, now with the Salle Green Archers. Thank you, Coach Mike. Thank you, Jake. Happy weekend.